and welcome to this introductory video from Matched Betting Profit Diary. If you are completely new to match betting, then this is probably the best place to start on this channel at least. I've created another video in this playlist which goes into detail about what Match Betting Profit Diary as a channel brings to the match betting table. And there's also, as you can see, well, from all the playlists I've done, there are over 25 core videos as well, which go into the detail and put the meat on the bones. So this is just a general overview just to get you aware of what match betting is and how it could possibly be of benefit to you and fit into your life circumstances. So to start with, I mean, it's come about as a bit of a word of mouth underground phenomena really, but it's got to the stage now where everybody seems to know someone who is doing it. It actually started in about 2010, probably before that, but it kind of hit sort of mainstream awareness around about then. And as you can see from a Google search, the Guardian newspaper actually came out with a review of match betting, saying, you know, with these free bets, have bookies met their match? And they go into an article where they do say that it would appear so, yes. And it's grown steadily since then, but exponentially. And it's got to the point now where, like I say, everybody seems to know someone who's doing it. And it's growing really like wildfire as word of mouth because it really does work. So then it's the case that when something does work, people are a lot more likely to recommend it to other people, obviously. If it didn't work, then word of mouth marketing really doesn't work. So it just goes to show that it is a valid opportunity. Lots of people are benefiting from it. And so the purpose of this video is to give you an idea as to whether it could be for you. If by the basic sound of it that you'll get from this video you think it is, then you can look through the rest of the videos on the playlist and go into detail as to whatever extent you want. Everything's laid out completely transparently about what match betting involves. Absolutely every aspect is counted as part of these videos, so you can become fully informed before you decide to start. So yeah, so basically the way that it works is that it is risk-free, and it sounds strange, and especially if you are a gambler who's used to kind of the excitement and the nervousness, the possibility of the winning or losing, and because it is actually called matched betting, it then immediately springs to everyone's mind that it is gambling and that risk is involved. So that's the first thing kind of to address, is that it isn't gambling. There is no risk involved so long as you follow the instructions that are given. As with everything, there is an element of risk, but that's only to do with human error. And the instructions that you would be given to complete the match betting bets are very simple and straightforward. So there'd be no reason why any human error would come into it anyway. So if you follow the instructions, it is risk-free. So you'll obviously be wondering, as I was, how is that possible to do? Well, it's with the advent of the welcome offers that bookies try to entice you with to join their site and to then gamble with them. So they'll make an offer that'll say it's like a welcome offer. So new customers, say for example a Coral one, which I use quite often because it's one of the first ones that people tend to do, where it'll be bet £5 of your own money and you will get a £20 free bet. So there's tons and tons of these offers. There's about 45 reputable online bookies that have got a similar offer. The Coral one's quite low value. There's ones that do go as high as a £200 free bet, which is extraordinary. But yeah, so you've got those offers that get you welcome to sign up. So as part of match betting, you can go through all those offers, and if you did do, you'd get about £800 to £1,000 from doing them. What makes match betting a long-term opportunity is that then once you've completed all the welcome offers, they then have what are typically be called within the community reload offers. I typically call them incentive offers because that kind of explains it better for me. If you said to someone it's a reload offer, they'd probably struggle to comprehend what that is likely to be. Whereas if you say it's an incentive offer, then obviously the implication is that the bookie is incentivizing you to bet. So they're saying, like, they will give you this offer, then you take up that offer, and hopefully then we'll spend more and more money. So they make these offers on an ongoing basis. Sometimes the offers are the same as the sign-up ones, where it is just the same, like bet £5, get £20 free bet, or they can be more complex where they go into different things like horse racing refunds, football refunds, accumulators, and all these different types of bets in the long term. The incentive offers are discussed in other videos, especially the ones to do with whether or not you can earn £2,000 a month, which is always high up on people's agenda in terms of the research, because that's how it's promoted that it is possible. So it's fair enough. And that's how you do it then. So in the short term, anyone can make £800 to £1,000 from the sign-up offers. In the long term, on an ongoing basis, people can hit £2,000 a month from the ongoing incentive offers, what they call reload offers. So I know when a lot of people first get into it, they think, yes, I buy into the fact that it just makes rational sense that, of course, we can all take advantage of those sign-up offers and make the £800 to £1,000. But the thing that makes it a standout opportunity in general, match betting, as compared to other systems, is the longevity of it as well. And if it wasn't for that longevity, I'd not be promoting it, because you'd just be like, well, you can make an easy 800 quid to £1,000, and fair enough, that's a lot of money. So do it, but I'd not be so enthusiastic about it if that had been the end of it. It's the ongoing reload offers, and I think there's not a lot of understanding about that when you're kind of looking at it from the outside looking in. Superficially, it would seem as though there's no way you could hit those figures, but you definitely can. It's just about taking up as many offers as you can and doing all those different types of offers, and not just doing the basic ones that are similar to the sign-up offers. You've got to do the whole variety, and then you can hit that level, which is fantastic, because £2,000 a month is the equivalent of a £32,000 a year salary in the UK, if you consider that all income from match betting, as anything from the gambling industry, is tax-free. So yeah, like I say, £2,000 a month is the equivalent to £32,000 a year job, which is extraordinary, really. So yeah, that's it, the crux of it. So we go back then as to how it works. So if you're looking then at the Coral offer, which is that you bet £5 of your own money, then you get a £20 free bet. Now, I have made a video that should directly follow this one if you're completely new to the whole thing, which is 10 steps, which is in the introduction to matched betting series, and that lays out the foundation process, the same 10 steps that you will literally follow throughout all of the bets that you do as part of match betting. So I'm not going to go into that same amount of detail. That's already quite a long video and it already exists, so it's not a lot of point in me repeating myself. So if you need that detail, then go and watch that video next. It'll be in the playlist. I'm trying to figure out which way to point. I think it's that way. Yeah, could be wrong, I'm new to this, but yeah. So when you're putting in, say it's the Coral offer, you've got to bet £5 of your own money, and then you get the £20 free bet. The first question that usually pops up is, well, I'm using my own money, but you're claiming that it's risk-free. How is that possible? So again, in a basic way, you're utilising the bookie who's got the offer. So in our example that we're using here, that's Coral. So you place your £5 bet with Coral, that activates your £20 bonus, but we still don't want to lose that £5 qualifying bet. So what we do is that we then use what's called a betting exchange. You may have heard of them, like Betfair is one, Smarkets is another, I think Ladbrokes do one, BetDAQ is another one. And what you can do in an exchange is you can bet against the result that you've bet for at the bookie. So say it was Liverpool against Manchester United. With the bookie, you'd bet on Liverpool to win, and then with the exchange, you bet against Liverpool winning, which obviously includes the draw and Manchester United winning. So by doing that, by placing your qualifying bet, backing it with the bookie, and then laying it off, basically you cover all outcomes of that bet. So whether it wins with the bookie or whether it wins with the exchange, you just break even. So that doesn't sound good, but then obviously you have your £20 free bet, so you've not lost your £5 qualifying bet even. So you're just there after doing that process, you've got your £20 free bet, and then you're just using the software that is part of match betting and the calculator. You then just work out the amount that you're wanting to cover in the exchange. So you bet your £20 free bet, with the bookie, and then you use the software and the calculator that's provided, and that'll calculate how much then that you need to lay at the exchange to cover all outcomes. And the result will be that whether or not the bet wins at the exchange or whether it wins with the bookie, either way, overall, you will still have guaranteed risk-free profit. So in the example of the Coral free bet, it's a £20 free bet. It basically works that you get 80% of the value of the free bet. So in the instance of the Coral one, £20, you then know as soon as you've got that £20 free bet guaranteed, you will have £16 in absolute profit. Now, that process to place the qualifying bet and then to do the opposite at the exchange for the opposite result, and then to get your free bet, place your free bet and get the profit out, that would take no more in terms of actual time placing these bets, about half an hour. So in half an hour, you've made £16. So in an hour, you can make £32 an hour. And you just follow the same process. Now, that's a very basic overview of it, but like I said, I made the 10 steps video, which goes into detail, and it will help for it to process and for you to understand that it is a rational system. It's a rational process. It's just a case of understanding the steps, and then when you try it yourself, then you will be absolutely convinced. And then you've done the one offer, you've made your £16 from Coral, and then there's another 44 or approximately of these types of offers to do, and you know it's going to work in exactly the same way. And so that's how you are then know that you are guaranteed that £800 to £1,000. So you follow that process, and again, it's the same process when you go into the reload or incentive offers, as I call them. When you go in on there, you're just following the same process. That's the foundation. The 10 steps that are in the video are the foundation. It branches off slightly differently, but that's the core of it. That's just what you do. So there should be absolutely no doubt in your mind once you've done one or two of the offers yourself. And that's one of the benefits of the service providers. Now, I've made a lot of well, I've mentioned it in many videos and made a couple of videos specifically about service providers and the support that is available. When I did my research before I started into match betting, I looked into the different service providers before making my decision. My decision was, like most people's, was to join Profit Accumulator as a service provider. And why do you need a service provider in the first place is that it is quite complicated, match betting, and without the software that you get as part of the subscription, without the calculator, so you've got an odds matcher and a calculator, both are absolutely essential. If you didn't have them, then it would just take so long and it'd be so frustrating to do match betting if you were to do all that yourself, all manually searching everything. That it just wouldn't pay off. Your hourly rate would absolutely fall through the floor, and there'd be too many frustrations to make it worthwhile. So these service providers have come along where they give you complete instructions. All you do is follow the instructions, use the software that's embedded on their website, the odds matcher, the calculator, and then from becoming something that is, quite complicated, it then becomes comparatively easy as a result of these service providers. So they typically charge around $22.99 a month. That's what Profit Accumulator do. They're the king of match betting service providers. They're the ones that I recommend. They're absolutely excellent. They provide you with all this software that you need to make it work and all the instructions. And if you think that, well, I don't want to be paying someone $22.99 a month, well, within a month you'll have made within 6 weeks you'll have made between £800 and £1,000. So then, it's a drop in the ocean then, isn't it? And if you're making £2,000 a month on a regular basis, which you could be, then obviously it's so worthwhile. They've got a fantastic forum, great support. They answer any questions. So if you're ever stuck or unsure, you don't need to be. They'll answer you very, very efficiently. So there's no point. The greatest benefit about these service providers, and especially Profit Accumulator, in my opinion, is that they offer a free trial. I think quite a lot of service providers, in all honesty, do. But I didn't actually take it up because I'd looked into it to the extent that I was already convinced. Like, it just made rational and intuitive sense to me that, well, it definitely would work. There was no reason why it wouldn't work, so I didn't need to do one of the offers to be convinced, but some people do. We're all different in that sense. So Profit Accumulator offer a free trial whereby you get two offers. One of them is actually the coral one that I've been talking about, plus another one, completely free. It's a free trial. And so basically you just follow the instructions, complete the offers as described. It's the small amount of money that you use is completely risk-free as long as you follow the instructions. And out of those two offers, you will have made £40 profit. So not only do you prove it to yourself that it definitely works, and then you can get excited about that, you've also got £40, and that £40 can use for wherever you want a night out, but it covers almost 2 months of full subscription anyway to Profit Accumulator, which is £22.99 a month or £150 for the year, which is a considerable saving. So that's made it possible for everyone, and that's why it's so exciting. I mean, I looked around for making money online opportunities for a number of years. Looked into everything, tried lots of different stuff, teaching English online as a foreign language, audio transcription where you're listening and then typing what you hear, done surveys, done blogging, upselling products and things like that. So many different things that I've tried, and some pay off to a greater or lesser extent. I mean, I'll probably make videos about that in the future because I think that would be useful, because some of them are pretty good and they do pay off and enable that lifestyle, but none of them really paid the amount of money so that whereby you could do what I'm aspiring to do, which is to travel and work. You kind of need to be getting above a grand and a half. You need to be getting up towards £2 a month to really do that comfortably, and nothing had quite fit with that. So it was a massive relief, and I was so excited to find match betting. But I was also wary and skeptical, obviously, so I looked into it a lot. And then when I did find out that it was genuine and that it could pay to that extent, it was a massive relief, and I've been excited to be involved in it ever since. It's as good as it claims to be. They say that if something sounds too good to be true, then it is, but there is an exception to every rule, and this is it. It definitely is. My enthusiasm for it is genuine. I hope it comes across like that. The purpose of these videos and this channel is described in the next video that's in this playlist, which is essentially another introductory video, but this time to the actual Match Betting Profit Diary channel. But we wanted to prove it to yourself, so the link to Profit Accumulator is in the description below. I want as many people doing this as possible because we're in dire straits financially as a country. There's a lot of people suffering, people who can't make ends meet, and this is the antidote to austerity. It really, really is. It's for everyone and anyone. It fits into everyone's background, everybody's circumstances. You know, it can be completely flexible so that absolutely anyone, no matter how small amount of time you have, even if you've only got 15 minutes a day, you can make a couple to £300 a month just from doing that. So, and if you have ever been in the position whereby you've literally not got two pennies to rub together and you're panicking, you're in a state of fear that the bailiffs are going to be coming round and you're just not able to make those payments, the amount of relief that people can get from match betting is extraordinary. And it works for everyone, no matter what your status is. So you might be on the breadline, you might be the underclass, the working class, but you might be the middle class, and it's got it's the screws tighten on them as well. And like it's just more difficult for the middle class to be comfortable and to have treats and things, like to have plates on the wall and things like that. It's just not possible anymore. I'm one of the lucky ones. So it is for everyone, and it can make your life comfortable and more enjoyable. Whatever status you have, whatever class you are classed as, it can improve your life. So as I say in the other video, we talk about the purpose of the channel, but the main thing is that do the free trial, prove to yourself that it works, then come back, then go through all the other videos so you can become properly educated before you take up the full subscription or before you get proper headfirst into it. You can then go through these videos and make sure that you're fully informed before you start. But first of all, it's most important that you just prove to yourself that it definitely does work. Otherwise, you're going to have this voice in your head. Who am I? Why would you believe me? Why would you believe any of these other guys? They're all trying to sell something, aren't they? So when you've got this opportunity for a free trial, take that doubt and all that question out of your mind by doing the free trial. Prove it to yourself. And then when you have proven it to yourself, then the purpose of this channel is to say, tell everybody that you know, spread the word. it can have a massive difference on individuals, but also on the collective. It can really make a huge impact. So don't keep it to yourself. People have said that to me before, that they're going to just use it so that they can rise up the social ladder and people will be impressed by them. Oh, fuck off. Just tell people it's important. So that's the plea. Thank you for watching this video. Please watch the 10 steps one if you need in more detail, but the link to Profit Accumulator is in the description below. If you click on that, it'll take you where you need to be for the free trial. And then it's just a case of proving it to yourself, taking that half an hour or whatever to complete it, and then spread the word far and wide. They offer an affiliate scheme, Profit Accumulator, whereby that once you are convinced, you just get a link. It's very basic, you just copy and paste it. So they email it to you, you copy it, paste it on your social media, do a little intro, tell people how you've become convinced about it, how it works, and then get it shared. Then everybody who clicks on your link, then you then get 50% of whatever money that they pay to Profit Accumulator. So why not? You might not get tons and tons of people, but some people have got thousands of friends on Facebook, and the opportunity is relevant to absolutely everybody. So it's not like in a niche. It's not like, oh, they have to already be interested in gambling or football or horse racing or anything. You don't. It's literally applicable to anybody. So if you've got quite a lot of social media contacts, get that affiliate link pasted on and post it out, and start making money from that as well. Go into this on other videos as well, but it's another fantastic addition to what Match Betting and Profit Accumulator in particular offer. So click the link and get involved and get it all going, and then come back. As you'll see in the description below, there's also links to all the Match Betting Profit Diary social media. Keep everything different so not everything's just repeated. If you've got any questions, please ask them on Facebook. That's also where informative articles are posted. Instagram is for like motivational images and things like that to keep your eyes on the prize. Twitter's more like an ongoing daily, what am I doing? It's like a record of my actions, so that if you're doing it as well, I'll be able to like talk about the different kinds of offers, and maybe it'll motivate you in the way that it does me if I hear about it from other people. So yeah, links are down below. If you have found this video useful, informative in any way, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Please get involved on the social media. Every kind of input that you have, be it on the channel or social media, helps the channel to grow and to continue and to expand and diversify. Truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please give us the thumbs up. Please subscribe. There will be, after this core curriculum of videos that that make up the kind of teaching before people start, there is going to be an ongoing series where I do at least a video or two a week that's like a profit diary, where it's a log of my activity and profit progress on an ongoing basis. So they'll be less scripted. These ones in the core curriculum are really me just reading a script and going off at tangents at times, but the other ones will be a lot more sort of informal and hopefully entertaining. If you've got any suggestions about how I can make these videos better, understand that this is my first channel. I've never recorded a video in my life of anything, never presented anything like this at all. Obviously, it's just humble, it's just within where I live, but I wanted it to be like that, to say that that's the same for everybody else. I'm just a match better myself. This is where I sit, this is where I do, this is what my view is. So it's just trying to keep it as down to earth and as real as possible, and that's what Match Betting Profit Diary promises to be, and that is the reality of match betting, where everything is transparent, everything's upfront to enable you to make an informed decision as to whether it is for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Just for watching, I really appreciate it. Any suggestions as to how I can improve based on what I've got available to me, based on style, and any suggestions that you've got, I would really appreciate it. So please comment below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.